La Organización Supranational Venezuela y Globovisión presentan
Hello everyone, welcome to this new competition in a virtual phase of Miss and Mr. Supranational Venezuela 2001. To all of our followers and viewers, you're enjoying this transmission in a connection that we make through Zoom. We broadcast to our Facebook account, ORG Supranational Venezuela. We're live from Caracas, Venezuela. My name is Alejandro Carreño, and it's a pleasure to me to be here presenting and conducting this activity where our 9 contestants are competing for the crown of Miss Supranational Venezuela. They have the chance to present their social action project in the language of English, okay, with a specific goal to reach the final of Miss Supranational Venezuela 2001 the next May 27 in a live broadcast in Globovisión. Of course, you can't miss this. Now is the time to welcome our distinguished jury who are joining us today. They will have the responsibility to evaluate our candidates, and I am going to have the honor to present, first of all, from Poland. She was a Miss Poland Universe 2005, a businesswoman, of course, and a Miss Earth Poland National Director. Her name is Francis Sudnica. Francis, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us.
I am very glad to be here. Hello to everyone, to all the viewers, to the judges, and to the candidates. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Now is the time to our next guest to be present. She's connected from Puerto Rico. She was a Miss Supranational 2018, and she is a model. Welcome to Valeria Vázquez La Torre. Thank you, Valeria, for being here as a jury.
Hola. Hi to everyone in Venezuela and from everywhere that you're watching us.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here. Now we continue to receive on this connection our following guest. He is from the beautiful country of the Philippines. He's a nurse known as Miss Venezuela and a pageant blogger. He's Hazel Eligio. Hazel, how are you? Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello to all the candidates, to the organization, and to all the viewers all around the world.
Thank you so much, Hazel, for taking the call of the Miss Supranational organization. Our next jury is recognized and beloved television presenter, outstanding Venezuelan actor, and international model. Of course, he's Leo Aldana. Leo, we're so glad. It's a pleasure for us to have you here with us. How are you? Leo, remember to turn on your microphone so we can listen to you. How are you? Okay.
Mistake of the day. Well, I was saying that I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited to see what the girls have to say to us, and I want to wish all the best for all of them.
Thank you so much, Leo. And to complete our jury panel, our next guest is a pageant analyst, pageant productionist, and a YouTube pageant blogger from the Philippines. He's Alvin Cebetero. Alvin, welcome back. It's so good to have you here again with us. How are you?
I am great. Thank you very much. And I'm very excited as well. And again, good luck to all the ladies and to everyone who's watching the show today. I hope you enjoy and love all these amazing ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, this is our show. You're part of this. And thank you so much for being here with us. Now, well, thank you to all of the jury for accepting the invitation of this competition. It's the time to start, but first, I want to remind the jury panel that you must cast your vote from the rating. It's to 1 to 10. It's of 1 to 10, remembering or understanding 1 as the lowest point and 10 as the highest, okay? As we said, you send your voting format. To remember this thing again, you have to vote and send your voting format that you have received, save it in PDF, and of course, send it by mail to the organization at the end of this connection. Without further to say, it's time to start with our first contestant. She is Valentina Sanchez. Valentina, welcome to this transmission. We'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us about your social project.
Thank you, Alejandro. Every year, about 800,000 people make the decision to end their lives. That is one person every 40 seconds. But what if I told you that each one of those suicides could have been prevented? My name is Valentina Sanchez. I'm 25 years old. My project is called Make Visible the Invisible, and its main goals are to educate people so that we can eradicate the stigma that surrounds mental health, to create a safe space where mental health is cultivated and seen as an essential part of our well-being, and to work with other organizations to provide people with the tools, information, and resources available. At just 16 years old, I was forced to face the consequences of living in a world where stigma takes the lives of millions of people. In 2011, I lost both my mom and my grandmother to suicide. And after that, I decided to move to the United States, where destiny or life decided that I need to see one more time just how much damage stigma can cause. The high school that I attended actually had the highest rate of suicide among students in the state of New Jersey. And that's when I decided that I needed to do something about it for my mom, for my grandmother, and for the millions of people who suffer from mental illness in silence. That's when I became a youth spokesperson for the Mental Health Association of Mammoth County. But before explaining how I'm planning on implementing my project in Venezuela, I think we should start talking about what mental health is. Mental health is a state of well-being that includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. And it also determines how we interact with other people and how we handle stress. Now, over the course of our life, many of us, actually 1 in 4 adults, will experience some type of mental illness. And this can be due to different reasons. It can be due to biological reasons, such as genes or brain chemistry. It can be due to traumatic events. And it can also be due to a family history of mental illness. So through the work that I've realized for 9 years, I have learned that education is key to preventing suicides and to keeping our minds healthy. This work has also taught me or given me a wider perspective on the issue and has taught me what changes we as a community can make to give a voice to the voiceless. So these are the initiatives that I would implement with my project, Make Visible the Invisible. First, I would love to work with other organizations to provide free mental health webinars. Most people know how to take care of their physical health. We understand health when it pertains to our bodies. Well, how do we take care of our mental health? Well, the goals of these webinars, which would be directed by mental health specialists and advocates like myself, would be to provide people with the tools so that they better understand their emotions, so that they know how to identify the warning signs, and also how to find psychological help. My second initiative would be to create a series of social media campaigns to fight the stigma by normalizing the conversation about mental health. I believe that inviting people to share about their own journeys and struggle with mental illness will show others just how many people are fighting similar battles in silence. And I think that this will create a safe space where asking for psychological help will be encouraged. Third, we would love to work with other mental health organizations to provide free mental health first aid trainings. we tend to focus all of our energies and efforts on providing people with information so that they can help themselves. And we often forget that in the middle of a mental health crisis, usually it is the family members and the friends of that one person, the ones that can actually make a difference. So that's what we would love to do. As somebody who saw a loved one struggling with mental illness and didn't know how to help, I understand the importance of providing free mental health training so that people know how to react and how to de-escalate a situation so that the person can wait until they get psychological help. Fourth, we would love to create a support group, because if I have learned anything in 9 years, is that a person who feels loved, supported, and valued will most likely ask for help. I think the goal of this support group would be to create a safe environment where everybody feels comfortable asking for help. And lastly, we would create an alliance with other mental health organizations that are offering or operating mental health helplines to promote these initiatives so even more people can get the help that they need. Now, you're probably wondering how I'm going to finance all of these initiatives. Well, we would do it through sponsorships, through individual donations, and of course, thanks to the mental health advocates and professionals who wish to volunteer their time. It is also very important for me to highlight that all of these initiatives will be closely monitored by mental health specialists, because we understand how delicate the topic of mental health and mental illness can be. Now, you're probably also wondering why you should care about my project. And I personally think that the answer is pretty simple. You should care about my project because it has the potential to positively change thousands of lives, not just in Venezuela, but worldwide. We are currently going through a mental health crisis. And sadly, I don't have to know each one of you personally to know that most of us have a loved one that is struggling in silence right now. I would even dare to say that at least one person in this Zoom meeting is struggling right now and nobody around them knows. So I want to invite you to help me shift the mindset. Let's change the narrative that often accompanies the conversation about mental health so that those millions of people who are struggling right now know that they're not alone, know that there is help available, and that life can be beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Valentina. Thank you for your project, and thank you for sharing your story. I know it's never easy to show our vulnerabilities, okay? We're going to move on right now. It's Barbara Lara's turn. You have the right now to speak, to present your social action project, and also to introduce yourself to your jury panel. Barbara.
Hi, my name is Barbara Lara. I am 19 years old. I am an actress and a model. And the name of my social project is Beautiful Thinking, because I was inspired to the power to going from the maze out into paths or personal growth, or to take something that's hard and transforming into our evolution, like a caterpillar become a butterfly. And the mission is to create a work, a place where the children of my community can live and enjoy the art expression, like the modes of acting, singing, and dancing. And for a start, at the same time, to encourage values, reading, and physical activity. The mission.
Okay, now we have some trouble to connect with Barbara. She was explaining about her project. Okay, we have you now. Okay, we lost you for a second. You can resume your project.
Again.
No. We understand most of it. You can resume. Okay, you can resume.
Okay. Motivate them to inspire into power of dreaming and to create a different environment where they can grow through creativity and have fun. Inspire them to want to improve. Teach them to overcome any obstacle with perseverance and discipline. Encourage art, physical activities, and reading for them to find their own way a good one. I can be young because I had the facility of my heart, musical productions, and teachers who can teach their children to perform in mentioned different areas. The ideal condition is a way place to carry out activities like we could start with online class and become class with a small groups, always taking all the security measures to be safe of COVID-19. My message is basically to inspire children in my community to then understand that this doesn't matter where you come from, but what we had in our hearts and minds, and also that we motivate ourselves by doing what we are passionate about, motivates us to dream and to want to be a better version of ourselves every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Barbara, for sharing your project with us. Now it's the time for Dresmar Soto. Dresmar, welcome to this transmission. We'd like you to introduce yourself and also present your social action project.
Hi, Ale.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Now the turn is yours.
Sorry.
Okay, now we see you perfectly. We would like you to introduce yourself to our jury panel and, of course, to introduce us. What is your social action project? Okay, Dresmar, can you listen to us right now?
Yes.
Okay. I was telling you that we would like you to introduce yourself and present your social action project. Now it's your turn.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Dresmar Soto. I am 22 years old, and I'm social communication. My project is Unit Hands for Transform Life. Unit Hands for Transform Life. Why this name? It's a project which is born in order to provide a contribution to our society. What is that contribution? Recruiting a great deal of expert professionals in the area, willing to the rescue of the children and teens in the high unserved communities for reintegrating in the society. How can I reintegrate teens? This project of mine is oriented to engage such a great team, in addition to engender significant change, and to take them to those communities in order to ensure proper provision by offering a family nurturing, and fun environment. So somehow they might become proactive with life plans, so that they are a lifelong fundamental composition for the inside society. Sorry. I mean to go with my thing to place where the problem lies, and with the help of the society, the community, to call it set of database about children concerning of. Involved is this situation. To sum up, this is a project which aims to engage and provide around the solution. And I know whereof I speak when I immediately tomorrow. Is this so by just going with my team to the affected area, flow can't I reform this thing? I am not superwoman. About both fortunately, my social networking sites have allowed my reach out to people and place. So through this is a well carried and open care once. Having the enhanced come just to performance and generated the change around the population and nations which real need. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ismar, for spreading that message of how important it is to help others. Now is the time for our youngest contestant. She's Oscariani Perez. Oscariani, welcome to this transmission. We would like you to introduce yourself and to send the message of your project.
Hello, my name is Oscariani Perez. I'm 18 years old, a volleyball player, and I'm from Aragua State. My project, Love Yourself. Ale, necesito de tu ayuda.
Okay, you will have it. Do you want me to translate what your project is about?
Okay.
Okay, Oscariani, perfecto. Cualquier cosa, ve diciendo tu proyecto, igual parte de nuestro jurado también entiende en español, trata de expresar tu proyecto de la mejor manera en español y para nuestros jurado internacional te puedo ayudar a hacer la traducción.
Ok, bueno, creo que lo mejor aquí es ser sincero, ¿no? Y yo no manejo muy bien el inglés y me siento más segura haciéndolo en español. Mi proyecto se llama Ámate. Mi proyecto lo realicé a través de mi experiencia propia. Siento que cuando nos vemos...
Okay, vamos por parte. She's saying that the best here is to be honest, and she's not so good with English, so she's asking for help. The name of her project is Love Yourself, and she came out with this project for her own experience.
Okay. Quiero que también les diga a los que no hablar este idioma no me permite a mí no hacer nada. Yo busco la manera de solucionar las cosas de cualquier cosa. Busco la manera. Esto no me impide nada.
For all of our international viewers, Oscariani doesn't think not speaking English is it's something that stop her from following what she want. In this case, sending the message of her project. Vale.
Ok. Cuando nos vemos en el espejo, siento que muchas personas no se sienten seguras consigo mismas. Les da vergüenza estar con personas porque no se sienten seguras. Les da pena su peso.
Okay. When people watch in the mirror, many of them doesn't feel comfortable with themselves, doesn't feel comfortable being around other people because they don't feel good about their own weight.
Y por eso hoy yo me vi al natural, porque creo que la mejor belleza es como nos sintamos bien con nosotros mismos. Detrás de todo ese maquillaje, de todos esos accesorios, creo que lo mejor es sentirnos bien con nosotros mismos.
This is why I came here as natural, because the actual beauty is how we feel with ourselves, beyond all that makeup, all the accessories, is how we feel inside.
Por eso yo estoy aquí, para hacerle sentir bien a esas personas y realzar las inseguridades detrás de esa belleza.
This is why I'm here now, to make those people feel good and, take those securities they have behind that beauty.
Y creo que la mejor manera es hacer sociales. Y esto en Miss Supranational Venezuela es la mejor trayectoria y plataforma para poner en plan mi proyecto.
And Miss Supranational Venezuela is the best platform to play my project, to execute it.
Porque sé lo que se siente. Estoy diciendo a través de mi experiencia. Sé que no tener a alguien a tu lado que no te inspire o que te ayude a salir de esas inseguridades que no nos permiten realizar todo lo que nosotros queremos porque nos sentimos inseguras con nosotros mismos.
Because I know how it feels. I'm talking from my own experience. I know what it's like to have someone, or what it's like to not to have someone in our side because we are insecure and we don't go to the outworld because we feel insecure about ourselves.
Por eso, mi plan de acción con todo esto es transmitir a las personas que nos tenemos que sentir bien con nosotros mismos, que la mejor manera es salir a la calle sintiéndonos bien, no importa lo que nos digan las demás.
Okay, so this is the idea of my project, to tell those people that they can go to the streets, go to the world, and feeling good about ourselves, and not not caring about what other people tells us about ourselves.
Okay. Y la palabra que quiero que marques es siéntete bella, tal y como eres.
Okay, and the word, the phrase that I want to say to all of you right now, it's feel beauty just the way you are.
Okay. Stop. Your oblique. Stop. Your fuck. Stop. Your idiot. Thank you. Quiero también dar a entender que no se trata de un proyecto que genere, que sea grande o micro, se trata de un proyecto que genere resultados.
Okay, it's not about a project that is big or small, it's about a project that has results. Gracias a ti, Oscariani. Thank you so much, Oscariani, for presenting our project. Now is the time to go to the next contestant. She's Isabela Camaño. Isabela, welcome to this transmission. We would like you to introduce yourself and tell us about your project.
Hi, everyone. I'm really thankful to be here with us. I'm Isabela Camaño, 19 years old, and I'm born in a little town of Venezuela called Cumaná. And I said this because I want to start telling you about my initial project, which is about to providing a plate of food to the person in precarious situation in the city of Cumaná, where I born. But more than that, I take the time to listen these persons, because when we do social aid, we think it's just give a plate of food and leave. But for me, it's more than that. I think behind that plate of food, there is many tired people, much families and children who struggle daily to feed themselves once in a day. And sometimes they can do it. In this time, I can live face to face to the situation in the lowest straits in Venezuela. And this time made me ask me, is really enough what I'm doing? Is really enough? So with this platform, like it's Miss Supranational and Miss Supranational Venezuela, I want to develop this new project, which I have called Sowing a Future. And the slogan is, so let's sow knowledge to raise success. This project, more than providing a plate of food, is about to give the chance to change their lives. And I want to do that immediately workshops in different occupational areas like beauty, pastry, carpentry, sewing and cutting. And the most important thing in this project is foment the value of the work. For this project, I have 4 fundamental pillars to develop this project. First, foment the value of the work. Like I said, for me it's more important because I want the participant in this workshop have the know how can get ahead by their means. 2, training, workshop in different occupational areas, like I say, beauty, pastry, carpentry, and sewing and cutting. Right now, that occupation are rentable in Venezuela. Because since the pandemic, we had employment and decreased income of this person, and this occupation can be developed from home. 3. Motivation to success. With psychologists and spokesmen, I want to inspire to this person to get ahead, to motivate to can do whatever they want. And 4, I want to do alliance with companies to they can offer the best participants of this workshop decent jobs, and this may can be motivated to these participants to do a better work, to understand, to learning about these workshops. Okay, it has been demonstrated that a society has educated, and a society that is trained is a society that can get ahead. And like the quote said, give a fish to a man and you feed him for a day. But teaching this man how to fish and you feed him for all life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you for being here and presenting your project. Now it's the time for Grecia. Grecia, we would like to know about your cause, but first we would like to know a bit more about you. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, good evening. My name is Grecia Vichachi. I am 22 years old. I am professional model. The name of my project is I'll Go For You. Why is this name? I want to harbor all those children and adolescents who need love. I want them to feel part of a family, motivated and confident. Love is my gift for them. Why is this my slogan? To give love is priceless. It is beautiful when it comes from the heart. My project is based on creating a base support center for children and adolescents to deal with cases as violence, abuse, and abandonment. We need to rescue those important values and good manners. How do we rescue? 1. Giving education to parents and children and adolescents. 2. Encourage kids and adolescents to be part of this project. 3. To work with training staff, for example, psychology and psychopedagogues. 4. To create a space where adolescents and children feel comfortable. 5. To create recreation activities to take adolescents away from leisure. I'm working with my community, Campo Rico, La Lusitania. We are 8,000 inhabitants who are mostly children and adolescents between the age of 6 to 18 years. This project is a pilot program to encourage other communities to set up a support center for those young people. I know it is well cliche, but whether or not I am the winner, I want to continue with this project because they need me and they need that love and what they lack. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you so much, Grecia. Now it's the time to move on. It's a turn for Natalie Flores. Natalie, welcome to this transmission. We're so glad to have you here. We'd like to know more about your project. How are you?
Finally, good afternoon. I am Natalie Flores. I go so much to be with yours, right? The project disseminates souls as cancer and another pathologies can be generated as a result of stress, emotion, healthy life, and lack of food, right? Last year, as a result of pandemic, regardless of age, many of us have suffered from stress, distress, and uncreated impact. It has led many to suffer from depressive attack, mental disorder, panic, and anxiety. The fact of not knowing how to channel emotions, although, listen to me? Sorry.
No, we listen to you perfectly, okay? You can resume. Right. Okay, that's perfect.
All right. Sorry. Okay. Although it's at the moment which you not notice may cause serious consequence in the future. Right? As I study technology, I am aware of this consequence. Therefore, I have created Icon, a project inspired in my personal experience and represent many people who are not only facing COVID-19, but also strongly with fear on the alternative pathology and consequence of the pandemic, not knowing that with the passage of time, that fear could transform and become is another pathology. This is many reasons why I have created Icon. I am constantly seeking to provide information, alternatives, and solutions regarding the functioning of their body and mind by helping to channel their emotion, create awareness and acceptance of problems, to work on their overcoming, and those together we can prevent other people to comfort suffer any kind of pathology. My mission with the project is improve the quality of life of each of the people who are participants of Icon, making them aware of the way her body works by disseminating information, alternatives, and solutions to channel their emotion so that they can have healthy and full life. My objective is to inform people about their body and mind work, helping them to channel their emotion in order to avoid the appearance of possible disease. Number one, provide tools and to teach them to recognize when their body needs rest or help. Number two, create courses, forums, webinars, so that they can make the most of their time, getting them to think patient or trade, while using distraction and summoning productivity. Number three, use social networks as means to disseminate information. My feasibility, thanks to my career as IT technology, I have some support of especially who would not hesitate to be part of Icon. In fact, social media is a great platform which allows me to capture attention of people I want to reach and provide them with useful and easily accessible information. I am period of 30 days once project is approved. I will ready a minimum 50 people interested in learning Icon to control anxiety. My history, my knowledge, my experience, my network, and people around me will be my great testimony to carry out this great project that will change life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you for exposing your letting us know more about your social action projects. Now is the time for Veronica Dugarte. Veronica, welcome to this transmission. How are you? We'd like you to also to introduce yourself to get to know you a little bit more.
Hi, everyone. I'm Veronica Dugarte. I have 24 years old. I'm so happy to be here sharing with you everything about my social project. I want to tell you the story that yesterday I was pushing myself to learn a perfect speech for all of you, but I said, you don't need a perfect speech. You just need to go there and tell them your story. About my experience with my project. So the name of my project is Gente Cast. I want to tell you the story because it's very important for me, because when I was a little child, my parents taught me about how important is healthy people. For that, when I was young, I started to work with a foundation that the name is Funda Mama. When I was working there, working with women with cancer, I started to think about the power that I have. And I say I can help other people, not only women with cancer. I can help other people. We decided to create Gente Cast. So this is the union of many wheels for social work. We start to work together, helping child in their living in the street, all people, wherever we work most with kids that they are sick about cancer. And this type is so sensitive for me because this child teach me about how important it is to be healthy, because usually we are worried about things that are not important. You have to think about if you're healthy, if you have a home, if you have food in your table, you are so lucky. So I want to teach this to the people, because for me it's so important. So now I want to talk about the mission, vision, and purpose about my project. So I want to read because it's a little bit long. Mission. Join child and teenagers with cancer in the comprehensive treatment and follow-up for their recovery. Vision. Be recognized as a model institution that provides and comprehends to child and teenagers, parents with cancer and their family. Purpose. Support the difficulties that the minor and the family incur during the diagnostic. Inform, sensitive, and make aware to the society. Be all possible means of the cancer problem. Raise money to help them with their needs. I'm sorry, I have to say that my English is not so good, but I hope you can understand everything. Thank you so much for being here, listen our projects.
Thank you so much, Veronica, for sharing your project with us. Now is the time for Elizabeth Gasiva. Elizabeth, good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to this transmission.
Hello. I don't know if you know that 3,500 million people in the world suffer from an oral disease, and that the most common one is the cavities. Yes, it is. Also, 10% of the people around the world suffer from periodontitis, which in the future will cause teeth loss, making impossible such easy tasks as eating and talking. I'm not inventing this. This is said by the World Health Organization. How are you? Let me quickly introduce myself. I am Elizabeth Gasiva. I am a dentistry student plus a professional model. And as you know, as a dentistry student, I concern a lot about oral health because this is so important to have an overall health and even to a perfect self-esteem. Because for me, a perfect smile is the first card of presentation of every person. That's why I decided to create my personal project, which is called Helping a Smile, and we'll have as a slogan, Give a Smile for Peace. Let me quickly introduce you my slogan, my logotype. I do it myself. I hope you like it. Well, my mission is easy. First of all, I would like to teach a selected community how to prevent all these oral diseases, because I think that education is first. Second, I would like to teach these people how they need to use the toothbrush, how they need to use the toothpaste, the floss, the mouthwash, how many times, for how long, etc. And last but not least, number 3, I would like to make some work days with the dentist personnel, which will be in charge of taking care of all the cavities of these people, and also to make deep dental cleanings in order to help the gums start over healing, preventing future gingivitis and periodontitis. Talking about sustainability, for this to be sustainable in a long time, we would love to start with a simple group of 15 persons in 2021 and duplicate this for 2022. Of course, all these people we will be checking up on all these people every 6 months. That is the appropriate time between each dental appointment. Our vision is to start here in Venezuela, of course. But if we pretend to win Miss Supranational in Poland, we need to start thinking out of the box. So I think that we will need to start first here in Venezuela and then move on to other Latin American countries to help other people that can afford these dental plans. How I am intending to make this happen? That's easy. 4 things. First of all, we will be partnership with groups like Procter & Gamble that are with Oral-B. Then we can partnership with Colgate and Galactic Venezuela, which are companies that sell these oral kits like the toothbrush, the toothpaste, the floss, the mouthwash, and all of this stuff. They will be in charge of donating all of these kits to the people we are attending. Number 2, we will make and create a GoFundMe to recollect all the money we will need for work days, like the simple materials like masks, gloves, and all that stuff. Number 3, we will be having the support of, as I say, dentist personnel that will be in charge of giving all the classes, giving the theory part, and supporting us also to the dental practices to remove all of these cavities and to make the deep dental cleanings. And last but not least, and the most emotional part for me, is to including all my colleagues in dentistry, all these dentistry students that need to have minimum 3rd year of experience in the career. They will be in touch with us to participate and helping these people take care of all the cavities and the dental cleanings, and they will be having that plus in their professional studies. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and thanks to all of our contestants. We have reached the end of the presentation where each one of them has presented their social action project with the particularity of doing it in the English language, okay? Each one of them has used the resources they have to make them understand and to be able to communicate their message to the jury and to all of our international viewers. Okay, we're so glad that you were connected to this transmission. We are now about to listen to the questions. Anyone of the jury panel have a question, you can make a question. Remember, you can make any question to one a specific candidate, or you can make an open question, and we're going to use the raise hand tool so the girls can answer to you. If anyone of the jury member have a question, okay, we have Alvin Cevetero. Alvin, you can make your question.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your social work. I am really happy listening to all of them, so I appreciate all of your work. Now, my question is, this is more of an open question for anyone who wanted to answer. With lockdown being implemented and social distancing happening around the world and in your country as well, what has been the most challenging thing that you have encountered in conducting your social work? And what have you done to make it work?
Okay, now we have the Albin's question. For any of our girls who wants to answer, we have the first hand that's raised. Valentina, you the cameras, the screen is all yours.
Thank you, Alejandro. And thank you for that question. I think that the most challenging thing when it comes to my project, which, like I mentioned, it's something that I've been working on for years, it's not a new project, was the fact that we couldn't meet in person. But I am really lucky and glad that I work alongside really amazing health professionals and organizations who found a way when they realized that the pandemic was going to take a while and that being at home was obviously going to result in even more cases of anxiety and depression. They found a way to get the help that people need to their own homes. So, for example, I worked with Conserven y la Fundación Vanessa Peretti. These are organizations that created this platform that provides psychological help for people with disabilities. On the other side, La Federación de Psicólogos de Venezuela, that's another mental health organization, they also created this helpline that people can just call from anywhere in the country to get psychological help over the phone. So it's just, being adaptable, being able to find solutions to a problem that we're living worldwide. And I'm just really lucky and glad that I'm part of that.
Thank you so much, Valentina. You left us without any doubt. Thank you so much. Now is it turn for Veronica. Veronica, you have in mind the Albin's questions?
Sí, quisiera solicitar tu ayuda para responder esta pregunta.
Of course, claro que sí.
Bueno, para mí han sido muchos retos porque es difícil ver a tantas personas necesitadas, más ahora en la situación que pasa en mi país.
Okay, for me, it's been a challenge witnessing how many people are in need in my country.
Pero como la mayor parte del tiempo trabajamos con niños con cáncer.
Okay, but most of the time we work with children with cancer.
Es muy difícil para mí compartir con ellos y después verlos morir. Niños que están empezando a vivir y que tienen una vida por delante. Por eso recalco y digo la importancia de ser agradecidos con la vida por estar saludables.
Okay, it's hard for me to spend time with those kids and then watch them die. So this is why I am talking about the importance of being grateful for being alive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. If anyone else of our candidates want to answer Albin's question, remember she was asking about the most challenging thing that you had to develop your social work here in our country, or even in this context of the pandemic. Okay, Elizabeth, you can answer now. Okay.
Hi again. Well, I think that the most challenging thing I have ever seen in college is being on my practices, watching the people come to me, like begging me for help, begging me to help them, taking away all that pain that they are feeling in their teeth because they can't afford a dental assistant. So I think that's super hard because we have a lot of people suffering from that here in Venezuela. And if God put me in this place to study dentistry, it's because he had a plan for me, and I know I can help all these people, and I feel so proud to be part of this.
Thank you so much for that message. It's so important helping others, okay? Oscariani, ¿tienes en mente la pregunta de Albin?
Sí, ya la tengo en mente.
Perfecto, ok.
Pero ¿para qué trata?
Correcto.
Ok, para mí este es un reto súper grande porque esta es una sociedad que no tolera un traspié o una falla. Y siento que detrás de todo eso a mí no me impide nada. Yo puedo lograr y hacer todo lo que me propongan, dejando todo eso a un lado y saliendo adelante.
Okay, for me, this is, she's saying that for me, this is a huge challenge because we live in a society that doesn't allow any doesn't allow any fail. But for me, this isn't a problem. For me, this isn't a problem to go and move forward.
Okay. Otra cosa que quiero decir. Considero yo que es aceptarme a mí misma por mi estatura, porque muchas personas me han juzgado por mi estatura, por el tamaño de mi pie o por cómo me vea. Y yo aún así salgo adelante con todas esas inseguridades. Considero que soy una persona luchadora y auténtica.
Okay, the message is to accept myself for my height, for the size of my feet. I accept myself, and I consider myself as a fighting person. I'm a fighter.
Listo, thank you.
Gracias a ti, Oscariani. Isabela, nos gustaría escuchar tu respuesta.
I think the biggest challenge we're facing in my project is change their minds of these people. But I think the really Venezuela needs is education, and not just Venezuela. I think all the world needs this, and I want to foment this. And I really know with the power of this project, we can make a change. We can be a change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabella. Now it's a turn for Dreismar. Dreismar, we would like to listen to your answer to Alvin's question.
Buenas.
Okay.
¿Me escuchan bien?
Te escuchamos perfecto.
Ok, perfecto. Bueno, quiero que todos sepan que mi inglés todavía está en proceso porque voy por el segundo nivel y me gustaría que Alex me ayudara a traducir la respuesta, por favor.
Correcto. ¿Tienes en mente la pregunta?
Sí.
Perfecto.
Ok, perfecto. Yo tengo solo 22 años de edad, ¿verdad? Y este rato he compartido con los niños y con los adolescentes, y no solo los he compartido con ellos, sino que también los he escuchado.
Okay, I'm only 22 years old, and at this age, I had the chance to share with kids and teenagers, and not only to share with them, but to listen to them.
Okay. Para mí es un reto escucharlos y ver todo lo que han pasado, porque no es fácil para nadie.
For me, has been a challenge to listen to them and to get to know that all they've been through, because it's not a secret for anyone that they have been through so much.
El ver cómo los tratan, el ver cómo no los tratan, sino cómo los maltratan, y las personas no tienen empatía cuando están junto a ellos. De esta manera, a mí me afectó muchísimo.
Okay, it's hard to see how people mistreat this kid. These children, and it has affected me a lot.
Y por esa razón yo quiero juntarme junto a varias personas de Venezuela que tengan el mismo corazón y sentimiento que yo para poder ayudarlos a ellos a surgir y ser una mejor sociedad.
And therefore I want to make a team from people in Venezuela who had the same heart. I have the same feelings to help those kids go through that situation.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias a ti, Dreismar. Gracia has also raised her hand. Gracia, we would like to hear your answer.
Yo también necesito tu ayuda, Alejandro.
Perfect.
Si me puedes refrescar la pregunta que Alvin hizo, por favor.
Ok, Alvin preguntaba cuál ha sido el desafío o el reto más grande para desarrollar tu proyecto en este país. y también en el contexto de la pandemia?
Mira, para mí el reto más grande ha sido involucrar a los padres.
Okay, for me, the biggest challenge has been to involve the parents.
Ya que de allí proviene la situación que tienen cada niño y adolescente, que es la conducta, las malas conductas.
Because that's actually the core of that situation, of the behavior of those kids.
Y con respecto a la situación, cómo me he adaptado con esto, ha sido fuerte, ya que mis foros y las charlas son presenciales y he tenido que disminuir mucho los grupos.
Okay, and the situation has affected me a lot because usually my meetings are physical, are presential, and now I have to reduce so much the groups.
Pero no ha sido imposible. De poquito a poquito he ido dejando mi enseñanza a esos padres y a esos niños y adolescentes. Gracias.
But it hasn't been impossible. Little by little, I've been giving that knowledge to the parents to go through that situation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Gracias, Grecia.
Gracias a ti, Alejandro.
Ahora es el turno de Natalie. Natalie, that's your turn. You can answer Alvin's question.
All right. Voy a necesitar tu ayuda un poquito.
Okay, that's
porque
perfect.
elaboré una parte acá y luego tú me ayudas, ¿ok?
Great. That's right for me.
El reto más grande en mi proyecto es hacerle entender a las personas lo importante que es la paz, la calma y la salud, no solo de tu cuerpo, sino de tu mente.
Okay, the biggest challenge for me is make people understand how important is peace, calm, and not only of our bodies, but also of our minds.
All right. Por mi experiencia, como ya se los expliqué, trabajo dentro de laboratorios de anatomía patológica.
Okay, and for my experience, as I was explaining, I was working in labs specialized in anatomy. Pathologic anatomy, sorry. I was working in labs of pathology anatomy.
All right. Y me gustaría que la gente supiera el poder que tiene la mente en tu cuerpo.
And I would like the people to know how powerful can be the mind to our bodies.
All right. Voy con mi parte en inglés. Improve the quality of life of each of the people who are participants in this project. Make it 10 hours of the way their body works in order to obtain a better performance on their time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much for answering the question of Alvin. If any of the girls wants to answer this question, or if any member of the jury wants to make a new question, you can make it. Okay, it's time for Francis. Francis, you can make your question. If it's a specific or it's an open question,
it's an open question.
Okay, perfect.
And it's easy question. I would like to, yes, here in Poland, we have to wear masks. We have a lockdown, we have to wear masks even on the street. So you are Mrs. And my question is, how can you be beautiful or show you're beautiful, you are beautiful when you can't see your face, only the eyes?
Okay, any girl who wants to answer the question can do it now. It's Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you can answer this question, okay?
Hi, thank you for your question. Well, first of all, I think that the beauty is not in our physical appearance, not in our eyes, not in what we are looking, our extensions, our makeup, none of that. I think that beauty is truly in our soul. And I have always made this question to me. If every person in the world is blind, you could still make them fall in love with you, of you. That's a question that we need to make us constantly, because we need to work more on our soul and what we can give to the world, but by our soul, not by our physical appearance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Now is the turn to hear Valentina's answer. Valentina.
Yes, there's a saying that says that the eyes are the window to the soul or something like that. And I truly feel that beauty goes beyond our physical appearance. Especially right now, I feel like the job of a beauty queen, of somebody that's representing a country, is not just to look good physically. It is to become a spokesperson for the realities that we're all living, especially one that we're all sharing. You guys in Poland, we're here in Venezuela, people from all over the world, in the Philippines, in the United States, we're all going through this together. And I feel like the better way or the best way to actually show what truly matters and the real meaning of beauty is to be responsible, especially when we have that huge job of representing a country.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Valentina. Now is the time for Veronica. Veronica, you can answer also this question.
Sí, voy a necesitar tu ayuda, Alejandro, de nuevo.
Perfecto.
Bueno, yo siempre he dicho que la belleza no viene nada más de lo físico.
I've always said that beauty not necessarily or not always come along with the physical thing.
Yo siempre he dicho que viene de tu esencia.
I've always said that it comes from your essence.
Me considero por ser una persona real y auténtica.
I consider myself as being a truth and an authentic person.
Y sobre todo en el mundo que hoy vivimos, que es un mundo tan superficial.
And mostly in this world we're living in that is so superficial.
Y me gusta darme a conocer tal cual soy.
And I like to introduce myself as other people just as I am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now it's a time for Isabella. You can answer Francis' question.
Well, I have a quote. For me, it's like a mantra. You can have a beautiful face or a beautiful body, but if the world was blind, how many people do you impress? I think the real beauty is what you have to contribute and the empathy you can have. For me, that's the real beauty.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Isabella. Now it's the turn for Barbara Lara. She used the raise hand. Barbara, you now have the chance to answer this question. Okay, Barbara, are you with us now? Okay, we're going to move on with Natalie. Okay, no, we have Barbara now. Okay, perfect.
Yo no hablo muy bien inglés, pero voy a leer la respuesta que hice. Okay?
All right.
When you give a message of love and sincerity that reflects the purity of your hair in your eyes, which will make it beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Barbara. Now it's the time for Natalie. Natalie.
All right. Me vas a ayudar.
Of course.
Okay. Soy partidaria, como lo dijo Verónica, y como es el proyecto de Oscariani, que la esencia y lo que llevas acá adentro y lo que le transmitas a las personas es lo más importante.
Yeah, I think that what you carry inside, the essence that you have, is the most important thing that you can transmit to the person, to the other person. Okay.
Y no es solo lo que las personas ven en tu físico, lo que ven en tu rostro.
And it's not only what people can see in your body or can see in your face.
Es el cambio que puedas generarle de buena manera a una sola persona. De esa manera ya tú sabes que tu trabajo está bien hecho.
Yeah, it's the change, the good change that you can make to at least one person. That's how you know you're good. Your work's been good. Your work's been working, actually. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Natalie. It's a time for Dreismar.
Ok, voy a necesitar igual de tu ayuda, dale, por favor.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Pienso que la belleza no viene de lo físico.
Okay, I think beauty is not in the physical,
sino de nuestras acciones y cómo hacemos sentir a las personas.
but it comes from our actions and how we make other people feel.
Pienso también que yo soy una portavoz o una persona que lo está demostrando en el Miss Supranational Venezuela.
That's why I'm also a person who's shown this in this competition, Supranational Venezuela.
Ya que mido 1.70, soy la más bajita del concurso.
Yeah, because I am the shortest girl in this contest, and my height is 1.70. Okay, 1.70.
Y eso no me impide seguir con la competencia al lado de muchas candidatas muy grandes.
And that doesn't stop me to go on in this competition beside so many high candidates, tall candidates, okay?
Nosotros actuemos y lo que reflejemos. Gracias.
It's how our actions are and how we reflect ourselves. Thank you. Gracias a ti, Reismar.
Thank you.
Oscariani, quisiéramos escuchar también tu respuesta.
Ok, vale.
Perfecto, te escuchamos.
Ok, apenas escuché se me vino a la mente esta frase. Si el mundo fuera ciego, ¿a cuántas personas impresionarías?
Okay, just as the time I listened to the question, a phrase come along to my head. It's if the world was blind, how many people you would impress?
Con esta pregunta pondría mi proyecto en práctica.
This question, I would put my project in practice.
Considero que somos bellas al natural.
I consider our beauty is in the natural.
No importa cómo te veas, sino lo que transmites y lo que quieres que llegue a esas personas.
It doesn't matter how you look, it matters what you transmit and what you want the people to see in you and what gets to them from you.
Somos personas auténticas que ofrecer, más una belleza, más que una cirugía. Creo que somos personas hermosas al natural y debemos aceptarnos tal y como somos y salir adelante dejando todas esas imperfecciones atrás.
Okay, we are perfect persons, leaving behind the surgeries, or also leaving behind those insecurities.
Thank you, ya será todo lo que pienso.
Muchas gracias. Now is the time for Valeria Vasquez to make her question. Valeria. Okay, we're almost out of time, so Valeria is going to be the last question. We would like to hear that.
Qué honor. Pues mira, first of all, I'm going to say something to the girls, so I'm going to say this in Spanish. So sorry for our international judges. I just need to give a message out. But anyways, my question is going to be directed to two of the girls and something specific about their project. But first, primero, gracias a ustedes por estar, ¿verdad?, aquí exponiendo todos sus proyectos. Yo sé que es difícil el hacer un switch de idioma. Pues yo soy bilingüe, pero también me pasa lo mismo. Y lo más importante que quiero que ustedes sepan es que no deben tener miedo a hablarlo. Ese es lo peor que puede, ¿verdad?, ocurrir. El primer bloqueo mental que hay es el de uno mismo, por pensar, ay, ¿qué van a decir de mi acento? ¿Qué van a decir de cómo yo lo hablo? O, ay, no, realmente no sé. Así que props a ustedes, un aplauso para ustedes mismas, lo hicieron excelente. Ahora, mi pregunta va a, so my question is for one was for Oscariani, which I love your message. It's actually, fue mi mensaje originalmente cuando participé, ¿verdad? En Miss Supranational, todo lo de ser natural, natural beauty, porque antes el slogan de Supranational, antes de cambiar aspirational, inspirational, pues tenía que ver con fashion, glamour y natural beauty. So por ahí me fui. Y siempre lo he hablado en mis redes. Pero lo que yo quiero saber de tu proyecto, what I want to know about your project is how do you specifically want to work it out? ¿Cómo lo quieres trabajar? Porque sí entiendo tu concepto. I do understand your concept and about the natural beauty and everything. But I don't know, no sé si yo fallé o no escuché. If you mentioned, si mencionaste, me encanta porque yo me estoy traduciendo a mí misma. Sí, mencionaste cómo lo ibas a llevar a cabo. I did understand your message, but I don't know if you actually mentioned how were you going to work it out. Y la otra pregunta va a ir a... no, espérate, dame un segundo. Ay, lo tenía aquí apuntado. Nada, ve contestándome lo que me acuerdo aquí a quién era la otra pregunta.
Vale, Oscariani, ¿puedes contestar en este momento la pregunta de Valeria?
Primero, esta es la plataforma perfecta para dar mi proyecto a conocer a las personas. Me gustaría ponerlo en práctica a través de mis redes sociales, con conferencias o enfrentándome a esas personas que no tienen a alguien a su lado. Yo considero que la persona correcta soy yo de hablar del amor propio, porque me pasó y eso es un sentimiento y una sensación horrible no tener a alguien que te inspire o que te ayude a salir adelante a través de muchísimas cosas, porque ahorita con la pandemia es difícil, pero después que se acabe todo esto, que yo tengo fe que sí se va a acabar, sería perfecto yo salir adelante dándole consejos a las personas y ayudándolas a salir adelante dejando todo eso atrás.
Ok. Por cierto, bellísima al natural, déjame decírtelo.
¿Puedo responder a tu cita? Bueno. Sí. Bueno, yo no soy mucho de maquillarme porque no me gusta. Que el maquillaje es solo un físico y creo que hay que transmitir algo más allá que el físico, la esencia. Y yo considero que soy una persona auténtica y real.
Perfecto. Yo era igual, de hecho, yo aprendí a maquillarme durante mi año de reinado. Yo competí con solamente 3 clases de maquillaje y la diferencia de cómo yo me maquillaba antes y cuando veo la final de Miss Supranational a cómo me maquillo ahora, es del cielo a la tierra. So, te entiendo perfectamente. Ahora, ya tengo aquí, es que lo tenía en una página detrás. Verónica, creo que es la chica que estaba trabajando con adolescentes y niños con cáncer, ¿no?
Sí, correcto.
Pues mi pregunta hacia ella es básicamente lo mismo. My question to Veronica is basically the same thing. How do you exactly plan to help out kids? Again, I don't know if because of the connection I missed how exactly your plan or your project works. No sé exactamente si me perdí por la conexión, si mencionaste cómo tu proyecto funcionaba, pero sí entendí el mensaje. I did get the message. I just want to know, solo quiero saber cómo funciona, qué piensas hacer.
Verónica, ¿puedes responder en este caso la pregunta?
Claro.
Va dirigida a ti. Okay.
Sí, la voy a responder en español. Bueno, tengo 9 años trabajando en este proyecto y la verdad que lo hemos hecho funcionar de muchísimas maneras. No ha sido fácil. Nosotros hemos realizado carreras, hemos realizado caminatas, hemos recaudado fondos de muchísimas maneras para poder ayudar a estos niños con cáncer. Y bueno, sé que el Miss Supranational es una plataforma, siempre lo digo, no solamente para mí, para mis proyectos personales, sino también para ayudar a estos niños y ayudar a las personas más necesitadas, sobre todo en la situación que vivimos hoy en nuestro país, que no es un secreto para nadie, que es muy complicado, hay mucha necesidad, se ve mucha necesidad en la calle, y sé que el Miss Supranational es una plataforma, uno, para que se sigan uniendo voluntarios a esta causa, que nos puedan ayudar. No solamente hablo a nivel económico, sino puede ser psicólogos, puede ser chicos nada más que quieran recrear a estos niños, porque en las visitas que nosotros hacemos a los hospitales, me doy cuenta que para ellos es muy difícil sonreír, para ellos es muy difícil disfrutar algo tan simple como es la vida. Entonces, solamente el hecho de recrearlos, ya tú estás aportando un granito de arena. Por eso me gustaría que se unieran muchísimos voluntarios, y también me gustaría recaudar fondos para poder ayudarlos no solo a ellos, sino también a sus familiares, porque no solo ellos, como digo, pasan un mal momento, también su familia. Es terrible ver no soy madre, lo digo, pero es terrible ver a una madre sufrir por un hijo.
Ok, so básicamente, a ver si entendí bien, es como ayudarlos, compartir con ellos, darles incluso hasta charlas, ayudarlos económicamente, ese tipo de cosas, como que abarca entonces en todo.
Sí, claro está, porque nosotros también aquí trabajamos de la mano de otras fundaciones, ¿verdad? Hay una fundación aquí donde yo vivo, específicamente en Barquisimeto, Estado Lara, en Venezuela, que se llama FANCA. Nosotros también trabajamos de la mano con ellos y de la mano con otras fundaciones. En estas carreras, caminatas que nosotros realizamos, aparte, como te dije, de otras cosas, para recaudar fondos, logramos hacer un albergue. ¿Qué pasa? Hay muchos niños que vienen de zonas aledañas de Venezuela. Estos niños, obviamente, ahí no pueden tener su tratamiento. Ellos vienen hasta acá, hasta Barquisimeto, ellos están en este albergue, ellos se les suministra el tratamiento, ellos se quedan ahí. Aparte, si no están ahí, están en el hospital. Justamente en este hospital que te estoy comentando, que es donde vamos a las visitas, se llama Antonio María Pineda, que es solamente un piso para ellos. Ahí hay una escuelita donde nosotros vamos, como te digo, no solamente la ayuda económica, también está el factor de que estos niños son muy pocos, ¿sabes? Los que son felices. Nadie puede estar feliz tirado en una cama sin prácticamente poder hacer nada. Nosotros vamos a esta escuelita, los recreamos, jugamos con ellos, dibujamos con ellos. También tenemos chicas que son psicólogos, hablan con ellos, también hablan con las mamás. Y esta es nuestra forma de ayudarlos.
Okay, just in case for the international judges, basically she was answering my question saying that they help them out recreating, playing with them, basically helping out mentally, not only the children, but also their parents, their family, throughout the whole process of being treated by cancer, for cancer.
Muchísimas gracias. Gracias a ti, Valeria. Gracias a Verónica. Bueno, no quisiéramos dejar también de conversar con Leo Aldana, ya también está conectado con nosotros. Leo, quisiéramos también escuchar tu pregunta. We would like to listen to your question, Leo.
Oh, it's going to be a short one and it's going to be very fast, I promise. So before I ask my question, I want to say congratulations to all of you ladies. And I know that we're here to talk about your social project. But now I don't want to talk about that. So, I love to travel around the world, and one of you is going to have the opportunity to go to Poland, no? Unfortunately, I have never been there, so I would like to know, my question is, what do you know about this country? That's it.
Okay, now we have Leo's question. Only 3 girls who raise your hand can answer this question. The next 2 hands that can be raised will have the chance to answer this question. What do you know about Poland? ¿Qué conoces de Polonia, ya que puede que tengas la oportunidad de viajar allí? A ver. Okay, Valentina, you're going to be...
Well, I don't know much about Poland, but I've been doing my research because I think it's really important for us to inform ourselves before going to a country that's completely different than our own. I know it's a very pintoresco país. I'm not sure how you say that in English. It's like a very colorful and full of cool architecture. It's also a country that's very religious. That's another thing that I know. And on the other side, I am trying to learn a little bit of the language. So as of now, I know how to say hi, text. I don't know if my accent is perfect, but another word that I know is yonki, which means thanks. So I'm trying to familiarize myself with the culture there, because I do think, like you, Leo, that it's very important for us to have at least some knowledge about the country that we would be visiting.
Muchísimas gracias. Gracias, Valentina. Ahora, para finalizar, Verónica, brevemente, ¿cuál sería tu respuesta a esta pregunta?
So I really don't know so much about Poland. I need to say this, but I love to travel. I had the opportunity to travel around the world when I was the international model. I love to meet new people. I love to know everything about every country. And for me, I think if I will go there, I think it will be amazing to know everything about this country.
Muchísimas gracias, Verónica, and thank you so much for all of our followers, our viewers, and our jury panel. Thank you so much for being here with us. Remember, follow to our account so you can keep up every step of this competition. On Instagram, we are on Supranational Venezuela, at Miss Supra Venezuela, the two accounts of us. Our next appointment, it's going to be the next Tuesday, April 27, when we will connect again to enjoy the fitness and sport competition. This is going to be so good. Remember also to visit our YouTube channel, where you can see more videos of all of our contestants and support them, of course, in your comments. And remember to activate the bell to receive the notifications and subscribe to the channel to know more content about the Supranational contest in Venezuela. In just a bit, just a few minutes, we will start with the Mr. Supranational Venezuela with the guys. So stay connected. Don't move to your seat. The competition is going to be hosted by Ana Karina Jardim. She's right next to me getting ready. So, well, thank you so much for being here with us, and good afternoon.